This is the 505 podcast with Joe,
505 podcast.
with Joni and Angel
In pajamas.
in our pajamas.
In pajamas. My wife is in a full-blown onesie.
My unicorn onesie.
Unicorn onesie. And I'm surprisingly in pajamas. That's weird.
You're
I'm
in,
hardly ever in pajamas.
and in my Mr. Rogers cardigan.
I guess. Sure.
No,
Yeah.
my
If
feet.
you want to call it that.
Yes.
Oh, your feet are cool.
Yeah. My
Aw.
feet.
Feet dinky.
We just took a shower. What are you talking about?
It's possible,
Yeah. So
but not for you.
yeah. Welcome to it. It's about what, day 20?
Day 284692.
It's all the days.
It's all the days. We lost track. We don't know what day it is.
All we know
We
is
had to ask ourselves. Oh, we just saw that it was Easter. It was what is it?
Good Friday.
It was Good Friday. Like I don't even know. Look
Yeah.
at me. We just had to ask ourselves. Oh, it's Good Friday. Oh, shit, cool. Good Friday. Now we know it's Friday, but what Friday?
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
I can't tell. It's just like all the. Apparently, we went through Holy Week and we didn't even realize it. We did, but we also didn't. You remember it and you forget about it. Everything's just moving so slow.
We got better things to worry about.
Yes. So we hope that you're feeling good and you are adhering to your. You're adhering to your will and just staying home.
safe.
Yeah.
Staying safe. Staying healthy.
Staying home.
Staying home. Keeping social distance.
Don't get
Practice social distance, but at the same time, knock some heads if you have to. Not really.
you
Don't
know
do- don't-
keep a
don't.
calm head if you are trying to apply for unemployment because apparently it's reaching the biggest amount
The highest.
ever in
The
history.
highest ever.
6 million people.
That's crazy.
I know, and you're asking yourself like just why? Well, you know why.
Yeah, we know why, but in reality, like, there's no one to blame. I mean, we can point fingers. Like I've mentioned in the past, it's all political right now. The danger really is that it's all political right now. It's up in the air. Nobody knows what's going on. We're a month. Well, it's been since February. There's been like little cases here and there happening where like somebody came out that they were
They tested
they
positive.
tested positive, and it wasn't. I don't want to say that it wasn't that big a deal. I'm just gonna say that
It wasn't cause for alarm.
Yeah, until like it really
People
came
were
down the
dying.
line. People started dying out of the blue, and I was like, "Whoa, what's happening here? This is crazy." But yeah, we're here. It's a month now that we've been quarantined.
Just about
Yeah,
a month. It doesn't even feel like a month. It's just like
No.
you're starting to wonder if it's just that you're just taking this one day at a time.
It's just you have to like just wake up the next day and say, "Cool, we're back. We're back where we were yesterday." But at least I'm breathing. At least I'm still healthy.
I won't lie. This like when I woke up this morning, I said to myself, "Okay, so we're still in this state of flux. We don't know what to do with ourselves. We're just, whatever happens
What?
today happens today."
It depends on the person. Like we know what to do with ourselves. We've had our moments. We've had our ups. We've had our downs. But we're still here. We haven't lost our minds.
We've been keeping busy. We do this podcast. We've been listening to other podcasts.
I've been trying to keep myself busy, even
Yeah.
though there's not much to do. You got to find a good side of it. Like some people are just dying to go back to work. I'm dying to go back to work, sure, but at the same time, I'm just like, this is a good time to just say, I can learn this. I can learn that. I can do this. I can do that. I can improve my skills.
You also needed the rest.
I also did need the rest. Yes.
Yeah, you needed that time to just because it's like every day you would be like everybody would just be surrendered to a clock and a calendar.
But it's also like an order. Like the order. Like you're just on that habit. Like wake up, go to work, come home.
The routine.
Wake up, go to work, come home. Wake up, go to work, come home. Wake up, go to work, come home.
Then your day off.
Yeah, and then your day off. It's like I remember like when I was heavy into freelancing, and there'd be times where I'll be working 10 days straight or 20 days straight,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have like one day off, and it was the greatest thing in the world. And the day off was probably like on a Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, um, and I never saw the point of the weekend until I started working like until I landed a full time gig, and then finally, the weekend came along, and I was like, oh, cool. I'm glad, you know, this is it. I'm glad that this is it because now I'm just look forward to the days off. But now it's just like it becomes an order. Like it's like dun 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 dun. Dun. So yeah, I would say it was time for a shift. Um,
Just a little bit,
just
you
a
know.
little bit, just a little bit, but not to the extent or at least the height that this has gone to. It's just
And the
uh,
question is like you can't even immediately go back to the way it was. You just can't.
we won't. We won't be able to. We won't be able to go back to the way it was. And even
And
if we will, even if we will, believe me, it's gonna be like at least a year. We'll probably go back. Who knows? In 3 months,
hmm
we'll be like in an okay state, but we're still gonna have those people that are just gonna be like, "Oh my god, I don't want to catch it. Oh my god!" Like those.
Well, see, that's the thing that's what they're talking about right now. Like they want to push. They want to push for antibody testing so that way people can begin to go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
But what if somebody at your job coughs or something?
What I,
Then it's like you have to like shut everything back down again, and then they have to worry about a second wave and then a third wave.
well,
And
I'm pretty. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a second wave in the fall.
hmm
Like it just comes boom, just in like full blown boom. Like it won't be it won't be like, oh, so
there'll be
like
another.
10 people died today of course. No, it'll be like 100, 200. Like
So it'd be like
it's gonna go crazy.
so it'd be like Thanksgiving, and then there's like another complete shutdown,
Yeah, yes,
a global scale shutdown over the holidays,
yes.
and then
I believe so. I believe so.
that would make for an interesting new world, though.
But here's the thing. Like let's say people that have kids,
Sure.
right, and they're living this now.
Yeah.
How those kids are gonna grow up with some sort of brain damage or some sort of like
Brain damage.
I wouldn't say brain damage. I would say more like a going back to the order,
Mm-hmm.
right?
The routine.
They're gonna go to this routine where it's just like I'm gonna be what's that thing called? And when people are like germaphobes, like be way beyond germaphobes.
They'll just have like an unhealthy aversion to bacteria
Yeah,
or
but or
microbes.
anything. Like if they meet a new person, it's just like I'm gonna have to like meet this person like 14 more times. I
To
mean,
be comfortable
to be
around them.
comfortable around the person.
They're
I just
also
can't meet the person on the day off and be fine.
they're also talking about like after this is all over, like certain customs that we're used to are just gonna have to like stop forever, maybe for good. Like
We like maybe
handshakes, hugs.
some people, or not everybody. There's some people that are, as soon as they say, well, we're back to we're back to like 70% normal. Okay, cool. Start having parties. Let's start doing this. Let's start doing
Even
that.
that is like he's still like I don't know if I want to go to that party. Also, they were talking about earlier. They were talking also about how this might change social customs. So if we wanted to go out to let's say we wanted to go out on a date night and go to a
Hmm.
restaurant, don't be surprised if they check your temperature before you enter into the restaurant.
Really?
Yeah. So what they
Wow.
were doing in other
That's
countries where everybody would look at it and like why do I need to check my temperature before I go in the mall or go into the
that's
restaurant?
crazy.
They might
That's.
want to start doing it here. And it wouldn't even be an issue.
I mean, I understand it wouldn't, but this goes back to certain things that I thought were not gonna happen, as far as like I thought it was gonna be complete chaos with
Mhm.
people. Like, because I always say, like, my biggest fear is not the virus, is people's reaction.
To
Because we've gone through a situation where people are just like, oh God, shut the fuck up, or just stop. You're being beyond retarded. Um, but
beyond insane though.
not yeah.
Don't use the R word.
Oh no,
Don't use the R
I'm gonna
word.
use retarded for people
No.
that are
No.
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 Listen. The people that I'm calling retarded are the people that are fucking insane. All right? Not the people that are mentally ill, Not the people that are mentally ill.
People that just go too far.
People that are mentally ill have a better brain than the people that are fucking retarded that don't know their ass from their fucking face. They can't make a
Can't
single
you just
decision. What?
can't you just say it's just people that just don't know what to do with themselves?
They're retarded. So
Uh,
fuck them.
uh,
So fuck
I
them
thought we would.
and learn how. No,
I thought we would have
learn how to
fixed this.
understand things. Learn. Let's just learn how
Learn
to be a
social
fucking
cues.
person. Learn social cues. All right. Don't give me this bullshit. My thing was that my biggest fear was people's reaction, and now it's like you go to a certain place and people will just act like it's an everyday thing. You know, like we gotta stay 6 feet away. Cool, we stay 6 feet away. We gotta make this line. Sure, we gotta make this line. I was like, holy cow, people are actually practicing this.
Good.
So I applaud that.
Yeah.
That's great.
People are taking it seriously.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
But for every like 50 people that take it seriously or can actually just be a little, like, okay, I understand. There's going to be that one person that just goes way too far and you're just like, why are you the way you are?
well, yeah, and this is what I'm getting to your point where like yeah, if you're going to go to a restaurant or even if you're going to go to Mickey D's whatever, yeah, I can so see that. I don't see the problem with that. And again, it's all about safety.
Yeah,
You know.
I understand. We're in that new space now where it's like, to be honest with you, if it means an extra 30 seconds where you have to check my temperature to make sure that I'm fine, that's great. However, here's my other issue. You're also going to have to understand one thing I find a little bit iffy about that, like I just took my temperature a few minutes ago.
Hmm.
And it's like I took one temperature. I didn't like the result, so I tried it on my armpit and I got a much better result. So I decided to average out the two and I'm fine.
Did you clean it? Because I think yesterday I used it in my booty hole.
Ew, you're not supposed to. That's
I
not
thought
what it's
you were
for.
supposed to put it in there.
No, you're not a baby.
Oh.
Okay. So here's the thing. Okay, like some people have different body temperatures. 98.6 is average, but it's not definite. So,
Mhm.
what if somebody has a typical temperature of 99 degrees? Like that's just their body temperature.
But what if you're out in the desert? Obviously you're gonna have
You're going to
something,
run a little hotter.
right?
What if it's a hot day?
Or what if it's a hot day? Yeah. So
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna run a little hotter than usual.
Like it's like when you're checking your vitals at the doctor and they do your arm pressure and let's say you were rushing over to the doctor, so of course your blood pressure is going to run a little high
Yes.
and they're going to ask you like did you do anything on your way over here, and you have to say yeah, I ran over here, or I'm kind of nervous, and then they have to take that into account.
Well, yeah, like when I used to be heavy into working out,
Mhm.
my heartbeat was like way below normal. Like I'm talking about like if you had to have like 75 or something like
Mhm.
that, mine's was at like I'm gonna take a wild guess and say 45. So mine was at like 45, and the nurse just lost it. She was like, "Oh my God, we gotta take you to the emergency," and I'm just like calm as hell. Like I'm like, "What's going on?" And then she had to get her supervisor to come in, and her supervisor had to check my blood, my temp, my blood pressure or my heartbeat,
Mhm.
and she's like, "This is not normal." And she just looks at me and she goes like, "Do you work out?" It was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's why."
People that work out tend to have lower blood
Yeah,
pressure.
yes. I don't think it was 40. I'm guessing it was 40, 45.
It was just below
It was just
below the
below,
comfort level,
like or way below.
below her comfort
Yeah,
level.
so
Like
so people that tend to work out or are athletic, they have way below
makes sense.
heartbeat. And
Got it.
but yeah, talking about speaking about safety, so
New developments.
new development, or at least
There is
new testing sites have been
have been used up have been opened up. There's one here in Brooklyn, just not too far from us actually. And what they want to do, so they want to do the testing sites, and that's all well and good. And the federal government
well,
was going to cut funding for testing sites, and they decided not to because they figured, if you're getting all these new sites, it's better off because we could get a better cross section of testing to see like how to see the trajectory. Just to,
well,
just okay. What? What's up?
Well, see,
What up?
here's what has been bugging me, and I'm sure it's been bugging a lot of people, so not just me. That these fundings that they're planning on getting cut before any of this happened, or at least the testing happened.
Hmm.
It was like, oh, we ran out of
Testing kits
testing kids, but
or
then all of a
testing
sudden it's like,
swabs.
the entire team of the Nets
We're tested.
were tested. Like, wait, hold on a second. You ran out of tests, but the entire Nets team were tested. Oh, like 1,000 celebrities were tested. How is it possible that these people were tested, but you ran out of testing? And this, by running out of testing, means like you ran out of testing like 3 days ago. They got tested today. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
So, and that was a question that I was just asking myself. It's like, how is it that all these people and all these celebrities keep getting tested, but other people are not being tested and they're dying left and right, or they're getting tested
Or they
and
can't get to a test.
or they're getting tested
Or
and the answer is like 2 days later or something like that. How is
yeah.
that they know the day of? Boom, right there.
And also they were talking about how some of these tests now they're not even accurate. Like sometimes the people that are
Because
taking
they're
the
being
test,
rushed.
they're being
Apparently.
rushed, and the people that are taking the people that are taking the specimens,
Hmm.
they may not even be doing it correctly.
Well, it's not even that. It, when they said that we're gonna do
Drive through.
these drive-through testing, I got a little paranoid about that, simply because let's get this out of the way. Let's get this idea of coronavirus out of the way. Let's just say that this never happened, right?
Hmm.
You've been to at least enough nurses where they have to give you an injection of some kind, and there's the ones that know how to do it,
Hmm.
and you don't feel a damn thing, and then
Yep.
there's that one heavy-handed bitch
Oh,
that just comes and boom, she just wants to just sledgehammer that
yeah.
fucking
She had
that.
a bad morning, and
Yeah.
she's taking it out on you.
So think now. Let's fast forward to what happened now,
Hmm.
right? And then there's testing facility, and then you're gonna have that one good testing nurse, that one good nurse that tests you
Like,
the way it's supposed to be, and then there's gonna be that one that's just gonna shove that thing right up your fucking nose or wherever the hell is
and
to
that
shove
thing
it.
is scary. Like when you're like, I didn't realize like how it looks when it apparently they shove it in your nose and you have to stay still, and they have to do it just to the back of, like just right under your ear.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, like, how it's like when we go swimming,
Mm-hmm.
I know how much that area stings to the point that I sneeze and it hurts. So if you're telling me you're gonna put a cotton swab there, how long am I gonna have to sit with that
Well, not only that, what if you get an ear injection, ear
ear
infection?
infection? Yeah,
Then what?
because I don't know if
Then
that swab is clean.
I'm not going to no goddamn emergency room because of an ear infection. I'm sorry. I'll just rather just take the L on that one, and just live with it somehow.
Yeah, like hope there's some antibiotics lying around your apartment or something.
But yeah, like they opened up the drive-through testing facility. But when you told me about it yesterday,
Hmm.
I said, well, you know, it's a month. At this point, there's no point in going.
You really think so? You really think
It's
there's no
been a
point?
month. It's been a month. We could have gotten sick a long time ago. I told you
Oh,
before. We
well,
could.
it could be that they're not really testing for positive, negative. Now they're just testing for antibodies.
Well, did they say that?
Well, I think they're doing for both at this point.
Hmm.
So it
Well,
could just be like they can ask you one set of questions. Like I don't even know if they are switching towards that.
okay, but here's the problem with the location they picked. I understand. It's a good idea to get tested. It's just that the location that they picked is, even though this is going on, there's less traffic. That particular street is a two-way road,
Hmm.
but is a single two-way road. It's not a double.
Single lane traffic.
It's, it,
Oh, I see what you mean.
right, like
It's one. It's a lane of traffic, and
correct,
it does both ways.
correct. So that particular road is two-way traffic,
Right.
but is a single lane. The other side, if they're doing on the other side, that's a one-way road.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
So whichever side they decide to pick, that's going to create more chaos, because now people are trying to get it from point A to point B,
Hmm.
and now you're creating traffic,
Right.
and now you may be stuck at a light.
Right.
So now you don't know if you're allowed to go or what, or is it being regulated somehow? Is there
I'm
like a
not.
national guard there?
I
We
don't
don't
know.
we don't know. You know,
That's the thing. It's like I didn't really even see any news stories about it to figure out.
that
Maybe
is true. We didn't see anything. Like
no. They
it,
just
it
mention it, but
it's
they
just
don't.
mentioning and nothing. Like there
Yeah.
was no news about it or anything.
I'm just and also I think what happened is those appointments fill up pretty fast anyway. It's not like it's a first come
And not
first
for nothing.
serve.
And not for nothing. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but if you're feeling fine today, you don't feel like going,
Mhm.
right? Or again, you're not gonna get the results on this until like a couple of days later,
Maybe.
if you get it.
Yeah.
Are you saying maybe if you get it or if you
Yeah.
don't?
Like you may
Because
never.
again, it's being rushed.
Yeah.
So again, if you don't feel well, then try your best to go and get tested because it could be anything. We're in flu season, we're in allergy season,
Yeah, we're thick into allergies
so it
right
can
now.
be anything. Like sometimes we just start to cough just because we're coughing,
Right.
or sometimes I drink I drink water a little too fast and I start to cough and we're like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Um, but my thing is that what bothers me is the location they picked. That's all. Is I've driven through there like lots of times, and just driving through there, especially when a person is double parked, is a fucking nightmare. It is a fucking nightmare just to go around the
The
person. So
parking lot of a department store.
yeah. So imagine the fact that there's less traffic now. This opens up. The lines are gonna be insane.
Well, maybe they set up like street closures or something.
I'm sure they set up street closures.
And they took down everybody's information.
Um,
Like you had to print
okay,
out
so maybe
something.
maybe I should have just looked at my Google Maps to see what they said. But
I don't know.
actually, you know what? Maybe it's still there. Let's see.
Yeah.
Maybe the info is still there.
Mm,
Sometimes when they do like parades,
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
when they do parades, the information for the parades is still there.
Yeah. I mean, like I
Let's
like the fact that
see.
they're opening up more testing sites. It's just that at this point, it's a risk to just go out there because here's the thing: you go to okay, let's say you didn't have COVID on your way.
Right.
You didn't have COVID on your way to the car. You didn't have COVID in your car.
No, it doesn't show
Okay.
anything.
So let's say you were on your way to your car and you come across somebody that was infected,
Right.
and it's like they cough, they sneeze something, and then it's in the air. So you were perfectly fine. You didn't have COVID, but you also went to the testing site and it didn't sit in yet.
Mm-hmm.
And now they swab you up. You go and then you go home, and then it tells you that you don't have COVID. Great. And then all of a sudden you get sick.
Right.
So do you have to go back and get tested again just to make sure? See, this is one of those
No, because
things
now
that
you're
bothers me.
paranoid. That's the thing. Like now you're sick. Who knows what you got? So
Yeah, that's where
I
I'm
don't
coming
know.
from.
I don't know because
That's where.
one, there's no vaccine,
Yeah.
right? Two, there's no medication for it,
Right.
right? And there's no medication, there's no treatment for it. So the only treatment, well,
Actually,
there
they
is
are
treatment.
saying that vitamin C and D are
Yeah,
suitable
but
treatments
I'm
for it.
saying medicated treatment. I'm
Okay.
saying. So the best thing to do is just hold it out, like some people are doing. I'm not saying that that's the best idea, but maybe it is. Like just practice quarantine, safe distance, stay safety, and try your best to
I
like eat
feel like
well.
there's something else that you're supposed to do as well. It's just that, you're telling me to stay home. Okay, I'm doing that. You tell me to wash my hands frequently. Okay, I'm doing that. You're telling me to disinfect surfaces. I'm doing that. I'm doing everything you're asking me, but I still feel like it's not enough. So is it that while I'm doing my part, other people just aren't doing their part, or is there something else that's going on? You see what I'm saying? Because you feel like there isn't much progress happening. Like they're saying that there is a little bit of a flat. It's
Yeah, but
getting flat.
I,
But, I don't know for how long that flat is going to be.
but
So,
the problem is the flat the idea that
sorry guys,
people
I don't have the corona.
is the
I
flat
have allergies.
the idea that people are just saying let's just stay home. Could that be why? Could it just be that people are maybe got infected and died alone at
At
their
home.
home,
Yeah.
unfortunately for them,
And nobody knows
and
yet?
nobody knows yet. Could that be the reason why?
Yeah.
Nobody knows anything.
Nope.
Nobody knows absolutely anything. No one knows what's going on. It's all up in the air, and this goes with the whole the whole planet. This is the entire planet.
Yeah. I mean, Wuhan started to open up again, but I think they might be pulling back again because, they thought, but then again, they're also like monitoring the situation extremely closely. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so New York is New York is a city of renters,
Hmm.
and they ordered a rent freeze for New York City apartments,
Right.
rent regulated apartments.
Right.
Basically, we like almost half of everybody I know lives in a regulated apartment. That's just how it is. Half of
Hmm.
all apartments in New York are rent regulated. And the mayor, De Blasio, said that he wants to freeze or suspend rents for the duration of the pandemic. And of course, it's not really this. If it was the city's decision, it probably would have passed through. But it's an Albany thing.
But it's not mandated. It's just by word.
I
You know.
understand that. The other thing the other idea is they're also going to encourage landlords to just use the security deposit.
Hmm. That's what I was thinking of. Like,
Could you just use your
contacting the landlord for next month and tell them, hey, can you use the security deposit because I I can pay, but I rather not
hmm
because I rather use that money just in case
it's
we
an
need it for something.
emergency
Yeah.
rainy day fund. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are struggling with that, just like you and me are struggling with
And
that.
it's everybody. It's
Yeah.
not it's not like it's just a number of people that are going through this. It's everybody.
hmm
It doesn't matter if you're healthy, sick, symptoms, or just have
Asymptomatic.
or
Yeah.
just know somebody that is sick. It's everybody because you're losing your job.
hmm
There are people that are just paranoid. There are people that is just saying this is the best action to avoid the spread. And again, going back to what I said not too long ago, we just don't know. There are no answers. Everything it's all political.
Yeah.
It's all political at this point. We just don't know a damn thing.
I just hate that everything has gone to politics. This is a humanitarian issue. Like this is a humanitarian crisis. This is not just like a biological crisis. It's also a humanitarian crisis. And you're basically like landlords should be sensitive. And here's the thing. A lot of like regulations are actually saying that landlords are going to get a little bit of relief throughout this whole thing. So they're already going to get they're already going to get their relief. Renters are the issue because
Hmm.
they're the ones that can't make rent because they haven't been working for a month.
Yeah.
And here in New York, it's 3 months. If you have 3 months of back rent, the landlord does have a right to evict you.
Yeah, but
Other states,
it's just
not so much.
listen. The landlord has the right to evict you. That's perfectly fine. But let's say hypothetically, which is not going to happen, but let's just say in 2 months,
hmm
this all goes away. You owe 2 months.
You owe 2 months of
You
rent,
owe,
and you have to pay that.
and then you have to pay whatever is due that month.
Right.
That's one. Another thing is, let's say for example, if you already owed rent before the action was taken into place, that if you owed 3 months,
hmm
if you owe the 3 months, then hey, yeah, you won't be evicted. Hold on a second. If I won't get evicted, how do I know that I won't have to pay back rent on anything? How do I know that I won't be sent to a
This is why they're advocating for the suspension of rent. This is why advocates have been.
how do I know I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna have to go to court to fight my case or to plead.
Well, what case is there going to be? You weren't working.
No, I understand, but
Yeah.
this is the problem. The action should have been, and I'm not trying to say, hey, yeah, let's live rent free. The action should have been, you won't have to pay rent for 3 months, but but you have to find one way or another to pay those 3 months when the time is due,
Right.
or by the end of the year.
Right.
or something to that extent. It has. You just can't say, oh, we don't have to pay. You don't have to pay rent, but you can be evicted. What you should have acknowledged, and it should have been a bill. It should have been said, you don't have to pay rent for 3 months, and then but after those 3 months, when things get somewhat back to normal, you get a job.
You work with your landlord.
You work with your landlord to at least start paying. If you can pay 2 months,
or
and
like
then
half of a
or
month
half of a month,
along with the current month.
along with the current month, great. That makes a whole lot of sense. But we are left in the dark.
Again.
We don't know a single thing of what's going on. We don't know how this happened. They say it was by bad. Who gives a shit? It happened.
We're here now. Let's focus
How
on
do
what
we
we
know?
can do.
How do we know it wasn't by us?
I don't
We
know.
are the primary reason this whole world is going to shit. How do we know it didn't happen by us?
It's Earth's revenge.
The animals were here first.
Yep.
This is their territory. How do we know we didn't just like
Ooh.
you know how they say we landed on Plymouth Rock.
Yeah, we didn't land on Plymouth
We
Rock.
didn't
Plymouth Rock landed
so,
on us.
so how do we know we just didn't stumble onto something and destroyed whatever?
Well, that's what we
environment.
did essentially.
Well, that's what we did.
Let's not be that. Let's not be that podcast. Let's be a little happier.
I'm not saying let's be that podcast. I'm just saying that we have no answers. There is nothing. All it is at the end, and I keep saying it, political.
All right, so let's get a little chipper. So remember the other day we were talking about was it here on the podcast that we were talking about food delivery, about how we would love to. Were we talking about that on the last episode, or it was just a conversation we just had?
No, I think we were talking about pizza.
Yeah, we were talking about pizza, and
Because we
missed takeout. Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we missed. Oh yeah, okay.
We were talking about it here.
Right.
It turns out that there's a Grubhub scam where drivers, what they do is like they get an order, they don't pick it up at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
They sit in the car for like 10 minutes or so.
So wait, is this like Uber drivers or is this?
Grubhub. Grubhub is like Seamless. They're the same company.
But it's not. So wait, so they're not using their delivery people. They're using other cars.
Yeah, you sign up for Grubhub. Yeah, I think I think it's kind of like
Oh, I thought it was like their bike guy, like the delivery bike guy.
Postmates or something.
No. What I'm saying is,
Okay.
when we order from a specific location,
Sure.
right?
Mhm.
And then their delivery person comes.
Yeah, our regular delivery person.
Right. He comes on his bike or his scooter or whatever.
Mhm.
So it's not. So they're not using those people anymore. They're using like people in cars.
I
like
guess.
somebody like let's say for example they
You-
call me
Yeah.
and I'll have to go deliver. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If that's the case, that's fucking nuts.
And I don't know because I always thought that you had to be an employee of the restaurant to be.
That's what I thought. That when we heard the story earlier, I thought it was that you had to be like an employee of, and then they will act like, yeah, no, it was delivered. That's they have a big issue with this. They can be. I mean, I don't know if they can get sued, but it's a big issue.
It's a huge issue because what happens in the scam, like if I could just get a word in edgewise.
What?
So you make an order, and the driver is like, "Oh, okay, I got the order." So the restaurant makes the food, but the driver doesn't pick up the food, and they don't deliver the food. They sit in the car and they mark the order as delivered, and they collect the money. They collect the money and the tip. So the food
The restaurant collects the money in the tip, or
the driver.
How does the driver collect the money in the tip?
I don't know how they collect the money.
Maybe
though.
they.
I don't understand that part.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. How exactly if the food is being charged to the restaurant?
Right.
How does the driver?
The driver gets the delivery fee and a tip.
Maybe he gets a delivery fee. He gets to keep the delivery fee,
yeah.
which is like $5.
Yeah.
And then they keep the food. So in a way, it's a win.
No, because he doesn't pick up the food at all.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know what I'm saying. I'm just repeating the story. That's what's happening in the story. Yeah, it's weird. Even when I'm looking at these stories, they just don't make sense. Nothing adds up.
Now I'm beginning to think that people just want to be on TV, just to be on TV.
Yeah, because that doesn't make sense.
That does not make sense at all.
because
If you tell me, if you tell me that the the driver picks up the food, right?
mhm,
Let's just hear this out or play this out. I'm the driver. I get called by Grubhub or whatever it is to go pick up the food at restaurant XYZ.
mhm,
So I pick up the food, I take the food to my family,
mhm.
and then I say, "Hey, yeah, it's
It was
delivered."
delivered
So
somewhere.
I get to keep the food for my family, and I keep the delivery fee,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Uh, so the delivery fee, which will be like about $15,
Right.
because if and by $15 I mean like if I'm delivering through to three different locations. But that doesn't make any sense. You know the trick with the delivery fee, right?
Mhm.
You know the trick.
What?
The trick is that the restaurant wants to increase their price, but because they can't, they give you a delivery fee.
Yeah, they charge a delivery fee.
That's that.
That's how your $10 order turns into
Yeah,
$40.
but that's why I hate to say it, and I know I'm a dick for doing this, but when you tell me that the delivery fee is $4, I'm giving your delivery person $6.
Tip.
Yeah, I normally give them like $10. Sometimes I give like if it's a favorite place of ours, sometimes we give them like $15.
Mhm.
But I'm no longer gonna give you the full amount because now you're charging me a delivery fee. That doesn't make any sense.
And this is new. This
Yeah, it's
deliver.
new because there were some places they weren't doing that.
Yeah, so basically, Hoboken Girl is saying that some locals have been reporting cases of Grubhub drivers scamming both restaurants and patrons. According to a post in the local Facebook group, Quarantined in Hoboken, losing my shit. Anecdote of the day. Some drivers have been marking deliveries as complete without even picking up the orders. The drivers have been pocketing the tip money and then never deliver the food. So the scam is I see all these posts encouraging supporting our local restaurants. So I tried you guys. I really did. The original post reads. But wait until you hear my horrendous experience tonight. So this is somebody's story. The
Okay.
post then goes into how the writer tried to order some from several Hoboken restaurants, but by the time they were ready to place the order, the usual spots were closed. Leo doesn't have their own delivery guys and relies on outsourced delivery services, the post continues. Here's a timeline of what happened by certainly delivery service tonight. So they ordered it at 5:45. At 5:50 they get a text from Grubhub and they expect a delivery between 6:25 and 6:35. Um they check their phone at 6:31. They missed a call from Leo's. The voicemail says, "Hey, Grubhub never sent a delivery driver, but they say it's been delivered. I have your order here in the kitchen, though, so they definitely never been picked up." I call Grubhub and I get the customer service. When I finally get through, they say they'll send another delivery guy. 6:55, I get a text from Grubhub. Your order has been canceled. Now it's been over an hour and we're getting hungry. And she's talking about how the kid Leo's been keeping it warm, but nobody from Grubhub has ever showed up. And we should drive over to pick it up. We can't though. That's why we ordered delivery in the first place. They call Grubhub, who hangs up on them, and then when we ask why our order is canceled, and request to speak to a manager, I start making dinner, and they start making their own dinner. And finally, a manager at Grubhub calls at around 7:10, saying how sorry they are. Sorry doesn't fill our hungry bellies. Also, they gave me a $25 credit and gave them another chance. I'm so done with ordering delivery at this point, though. It's going to be a long time before I try again. Um,
So wait, they didn't even get their food,
they
their
never
money
got
back?
the food.
The money
No,
back.
no, they got a credit.
They got so if you got like $50, so you
They
order
said the order was canceled. So
This doesn't make any sense at all.
they start making dinner.
Yeah, and you know what? And you know what? Not for nothing, but
But this something similar happened to us. Do you remember that?
yeah,
Like,
they were too busy or something like that, and then like we just started calling Seamless
yeah,
left and right until we finally got something, and they gave us like a $50
yeah, $50 coupon.
coupon. But here's my thing.
Because they said that the first driver got into an accident.
Something like that. I was like, what
Yeah.
the hell? So why couldn't you just give us a call or something? No, nothing. We got nothing.
So we
It's
were
like,
just.
but it's like, hey, I understand. Shit happens. Their driver got into an accident, or their driver got
This is
into an
our story.
accident.
This is not the story that we're mentioning right now.
But the driver got into an accident like it was like half an hour ago.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but okay, but if it was like 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, and they didn't give us a call, fine. It was half an hour ago. They could have just said, well, we need to call our customers. No, nothing.
Nothing at all.
So we were waiting about 2 hours for food.
Yeah, and they couldn't even explain it. It was like, oh, well, our kitchen is closing. Okay, that's great. Your kitchen is closing, but we still don't have our food. And they, oh, okay, well, we're sorry. What do you want us to do? I don't know. Stand on your head. I don't know. What do you expect?
But here's my take on this. Like
The
this
scam.
all yeah, this scam sounds all weird altogether.
Mhm.
Because it doesn't make any sense. But the customer should be at fault.
Why do you say that?
Because look at the time we're living in. This is nuts. Like this is a contagion season. You can you can catch the virus in by any means necessary, right? So you're gonna order from a place where the delivery driver is going to pick this up and he's going to go through about 3 to 4 to maybe 5 different destinations, and within those 5 different destinations he can he can come in contact with somebody that maybe has the virus, and now he has the virus and he's coming to you with food. Yeah, he's dropping it at your doorstep and the person is leaving, and
It's
then,
all contactless,
yeah,
but
it's
I
like,
still have to disinfect the food.
yeah, and then who knows if the person, who knows if the delivery driver probably has the virus,
Mm-hmm.
and just says, "Oh, you know what? I'm a little hungry. I'm gonna eat a piece of your wing, or I'm just gonna spit on your food just for the hell of it
Because your tip sucks.
because your tip sucks," and now you got the virus. So
Ooh.
it's your fault.
Sorry, guys.
So if you say I'm gonna order the food, if you say I'm gonna order the food through Seamless or Grubhub, that's fine. Go and get it yourself.
So rather than what you're advocating, my love, is that rather than doing a delivery,
Yeah.
just drag yourself out
Do a
of bed.
takeout.
Just do a takeout.
Go do put it on. Grab your phone.
Use
Grab your
it.
phone. Order your Thai food. Order your chichmungnyong or whatever the hell you want to order.
What?
I don't fucking know. And
What are you saying?
and if the restaurant is 10 blocks away, guess what? You're gonna be walking 10 blocks away. Grab your food and go back home, or if not, eat it in
At
the
least
area.
then you have an idea of what's going on when you get there.
Or just go out and get some fucking oxygen. I don't know. Get some vitamin D into your on your skin.
C and D's.
C and D on your skin, because that's one of the things they're saying that you need to get. Don't order and have it delivered. You're just a fucking idiot.
But what if you have like a broken leg, or you are sick,
If you are
or
sick, listen. If you are sick, if you have a broken leg, that makes sense. You want to deliver it. You're not sick. You don't have a broken leg.
So what you're saying,
You're
if you're
doing all
totally
kinds of
able,
cardio.
do it.
You're doing all kinds of cardio. You're fine. You're willing and able to do it. Get your ass out of the fucking apartment, your house, wherever the fuck you are, and go and get it. Don't be a fucking idiot.
is that your pro tip for today? Your
That-
quarantine
no,
pro
it's not
tip,
my pro tip for today. It's just don't be fucking stupid.
or
Don't be fucking stupid and have
support your
and
restaurant.
come out saying that it's a scam. Which I mean,
It is
from,
a scam.
it's a scam, but it sounds more of a scam from the person's point of view.
I don't know. I mean, think about it. Like, because here's the thing: the restaurant has the food, they're keeping it warm, they're waiting for a delivery person to pick it up. The person that ordered the food is under the impression that they're getting food, is that they're getting their delivery. Now, not only is the restaurant not able to get the food out and it's just sitting there and it's a waste of money, it's a loss for them, but the person who ordered the food now thinks that the restaurant sucks. It was like, oh, their delivery sucks.
Then they should not hire outside.
Don't blame the victim, babe.
I'm not saying that. I'm blaming the victim, because if you're willing and able, unless you're not willing and able to pick
what
it
if
up
you
yourself,
have kids? What if you have kids and you really can't take them out? Take
then
them
I don't
outside.
want. Then you got me on that one.
Okay,
You know, but
I win.
maybe you should.
Because that's what happened in this scenario. This
I
person
understand.
had,
I
yeah.
understand, but maybe you should take your kids out as well.
But what I'm saying is, it just doesn't look bad, and the drivers are tacky for doing this in the first
Well,
place.
yes, but also the restaurant. You said the restaurants are tacky or the drivers?
The drivers are
Yeah, but
tacky for this.
the restaurant should keep their own delivery people
Well,
rather than hire outside delivery people.
keep in mind, there's
So
probably like an influx.
all right. So it's
There's
everybody's fault.
so you're just
It's
gonna
everybody.
blame.
It's all sides. I tell you,
Hmm.
I tell you, let's order out.
Sure.
Do you really think I'm gonna have somebody deliver it? No.
Maybe like 2 months ago.
Maybe 2 months ago. Not now.
No.
Not now. Even you said earlier, hey, do you think we should start like ordering food online, like groceries online? And I was like, what? No.
No, because the thing is that because I understand. Because here's the thing. I understand that you don't want to go outside, and the thing is that since I'm also the type of person where I have to constantly think ahead. I'm just wondering if you would consider just doing like a grocery delivery service, so that way we don't have to go outside.
And I consider it, and I said no.
Yeah.
I would rather listen. I understand is a crazy world we're living in, way beyond crazier now.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather go outside and get the groceries than order them and wait for them to be delivered.
Because there's like 17 million hands touching it.
Exactly, and it's not but there's still 17 million hands touching it in the grocery store,
True.
right? But at least I know that I'm picking them. I'm seeing it. I know what's happening at least on the outside.
You can
on
control.
the surface.
You can control.
I can control the surface.
Mm-hmm.
What I see. I can control the surface
And the transport.
and the transport. And not only that, but now if we go to the market, we see that the meat is stacked up. Not like before when the first time that we went, I said we need some essentials because we actually needed them. There was barely any meat. There was barely any bread. There was barely anything.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just the meat are all stacked up. Everything is pretty much stacked up. The bread is stacked up. The only thing that isn't stacked up is what was it, like honey?
Honey, hand
Hand
sanitizer,
sanitizers,
disinfectants.
toilet paper, which
Toilet paper will never be
still
available
makes no fucking sense.
ever again.
Which, by the way,
Walmart had to tell people like, please stop hoarding.
by the
Please.
way, but like, the toilet paper issue. Apparently, it's a global thing.
Yeah.
It's not just in the United States. It's a global thing. I was on the phone yesterday with with an Apple rep,
Mm-hmm.
and he's from Canada. The guy's in Canada, and he's like, "Hey, let me ask you something. Are you guys going crazy with like toilet paper over there as well?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Yeah, we're going here in Canada. We're going crazy as well." And I completely forgot all about this, but I remember when I spoke to my brother 3 weeks ago. He's like, dude, they're just going crazy on toilet paper here. Like it was the end of the world, and we would never get toilet paper again. And I'm like, so this guy lives in Puerto Rico, I live in the U.S., and then the rep that I spoke to yesterday lives in Canada, and
So it's just all over the
it's
Americas.
it's just all over the world.
It's a global issue.
It's a global issue. It just so happens that it went viral when two chicks started fighting over it.
You love that video to
Aw, this is awesome.
death.
Are you
Where they're
kidding me?
fighting over toilet paper. Wait, what brand of toilet paper was it?
I think it was Scott.
Oh no, I understand that. I understand. Like I would
It-
fight you. I would learn how to
No,
fight right then and there for
Actually,
some Scott tissue.
now that I think about it, it was Markel.
Oh, what? Oh, then why would I fight over that? Like, here, girl, take it, take it. Ew, Mark. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing that on a podcast. Like picking, like making ranking toilet paper. But yo,
Wow.
I should not be. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. But have you used Markel paper versus Scott tissue paper? Have you?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you notice the difference?
Yes, I noticed the difference.
Yeah. Like Markel is like a desperate situation where it's like
I wonder how many people just stole toilet paper from work when this started happening.
Why didn't you?
What do you mean?
And it's that big roll too, like the one.
No, it's actual like
Oh, like regular rolls.
yeah, like regular rolls.
But sometimes when you go into a department store and they have like that big triple size roll.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't try to boost one or two before you left or your last day
No, 'cause
there.
they were locked.
Oh,
It's one of those places they have it locked.
oh, that's lame.
And I'm not gonna do that. We have plenty of toilet paper here. We didn't even go crazy for that.
That's true. The toilet
And
paper.
we have a tub. I can just wipe myself in the damn tub.
We have showers.
I'll take a shit in the tub and wipe myself in the tub.
Or maybe you could just poop in the toilet
No,
and
I'd
just
rather
take a
do it.
shower
No,
after. Why
no.
would you poop in the
Do it
tub?
one.
Why would what is it with you and
Because
pooping
I can
in
do
toilets?
it one way. I
In
can
tubs.
do it one way. I don't need to just do it
How do
two
you rinse
ways.
that out?
You just do it. You just spray it.
With what? Yeah, and and that residue stays there, and poop has COVID in it.
But I don't have COVID.
Yeah, but
Well,
your
not that I
poop
know
will
of.
have it.
Not that I know.
Yo, I'm surprised they're not asking for stool samples to check to see like if you have
We
the
spoke
COVID.
about this.
That would be really
We
interesting to see
spoke
if they
about
have
this,
whether or
the
not the
poop sample.
virus or
Yeah.
the antibodies in your poop.
We spoke about this. Send the
Watch, that's gonna
se-
be the new thing.
Send the poop in by mail, and then the whole all mails are gonna be smelling like shit.
Oh, I could just imagine the post office like,
The post office workers gonna be like, dude, what is this? Holy
I
cow!
wish they hadn't told people to send their poop over the mail. This is a
Can you
biohazard.
imagine you're gonna have that one asshole? that's
Wait,
gonna send
wait,
a
wait.
box?
Wait
He's
a minute,
gonna-
isn't
he's-
that a biohazard though to send poop over the mail? That's a biohazard. That's dangerous.
Yeah, but you still do it.
No, like the services that ask you to send it by mail, that's a biohazard.
Well, I think
When you have to
well,
send,
they send you a kit though.
I understand that, but you have to explain to them like, is there anything? Because they ask you that question, is there anything that has this, that, and the third? And you're just like,
I think you could just drop it in the mailbox.
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
now
but
I'm
what
curious.
What if you run into that one asshole that just want to be a dick and be like, you know what? I'm gonna take a dump.
We can't hear you. We
It's
can't.
gonna that you're gonna run into that one asshole that's like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a box. I'm gonna grab a box and I'm gonna take a dump right on the box and send the whole box in there.
Oh God, help me!
And that's gonna be me.
No, you aren't. That is not good. I will wish for it. I will go to the office for a divorce. You're lucky that marriage office is closed right now.
I'm still trying to figure how to put this fucking microphone on, and I'm in media. That sucks.
Didn't you ever mic somebody up before?
I was never an A1 or an A2.
What about an A3?
Well, I've mic'd people, sure.
Okay, so what?
Yeah, but we're laid back. We're trying to just be laid back. Altogether.
Why are you like this? What are we talking about?
Taking a shit in a box and sending it to.
No,
to get
you
COVID
don't
tested.
know. I'm just saying. Like that's probably gonna be the next step where they're gonna want stool samples.
In a white box.
Shut up.
This
Yeah.
box is good. It's like the doctor's just like, this box is kind of heavy.
Oh. Are you
Oh.
gonna put your name on
Oh,
it?
it's dripping. It seems to be dripping.
Oh God. Oh, you're gross. You and your poop. I swear. I don't talk about poop. Jesus H Christ. Ay ay ay. Let me look at this. Yeah. So, quarantine and chill. So we've been talking about this a lot lately. Like, part of this
Is it like
podcast.
Netflix and chill.
It's like Netflix and chill. The thing is that, part of this podcast is the fact that we do it while in quarantine. So, it's like when you're in like we've been in quarantine for about 4 weeks now.
Yeah.
And you don't run out of things to do. We don't run out of things to do.
We have not, like I've said, I have not been bored. I've heard people telling me that they're bored out of their mind. I have not been bored.
Well, because I'm fun.
Well, yeah, you're fun, but I also have a PlayStation, and I haven't even played
You
that
played for the first time today.
for the first time today.
Yeah, yeah.
In 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I played for the first time today because I just haven't even played. I've been around my wife most of the time, which is you, of course, and the other one. And
What?
Yeah.
Back up. Wait,
huh?
what? What'd you say? What other one? There's no
Yeah.
other one.
Huh?
What other one?
What other one?
You said another one.
No, I meant other things that.
No,
that
you
I've
said
not been
but
bored.
you, my wife, and the other one. What other one? Well, no, that's not even possible because we've been together. We've been joined at the hip for 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's insane. I haven't even. I think the only other person in the world
Mhm.
that I've ever spent 24/7 with continuously is probably my mom.
Which goes to show
What?
and shuts people's mouth
What?
that to say that there's gonna be a time and a place when you're married for so long that you're gonna be apart from each other because you need your own time Yeah, suck on that. We've been together for 4 straight weeks and we've been just fine.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because we don't really argue with each other. We don't really argue. We'll have like a
We've had, I mean, we
n-
have a couple of quick spats, but nothing like
nothing.
crazy.
It's just that we get along too well. I think that's our problem.
Yeah, but like,
Quarantine and chill. So we decided to like. We're also pacing ourselves. We're not really just doing everything at once.
yeah.
Like we save stuff. So I know people have been like trying to occupy themselves by playing games
Like
and
we
doing.
watched The Tiger King and that was kind of lame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we started to watch
Carol,
McMillions.
Carol did it.
Eh,
We s-
McMillions,
you
and
know,
we were
yeah.
laughing at Doug the
We
whole
were kinda
time.
laughing at Doug. That was a complete douche, and then he was just like, yeah, he's kind of cool, but not
Yeah.
so much. He's like that guy that's just
So we decide. So there's something else that we decided to do. So Angel gets on me because I have several streaming apps.
yeah, way too many.
Yeah, and one of them that I have is Boomerang, which is
So there's at least a few listeners going like, what the fuck,
Boomerang.
Boomerang? Who the hell pays for Boomerang? I could just watch it online
yeah,
on
but
YouTube or
we
something.
don't have Boomerang because we have Sling
You
and
don't
Sling.
have Boomerang?
No, Sling doesn't have Boomerang.
I can just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not the
I
same.
can just type Looney Tunes YouTube. Boom, we're done.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
no, you want to be extra. That's the
No, what's with you and the extras?
Because you're being extra,
How?
especially today.
What
today.
am I? So anyway, you like we were having our last frozen pizza
Mm-hmm.
that was in the freezer.
Man, don't say it like that.
What?
He said like our last frozen pizza. I feel bad about it. And I was like, we gotta get frozen pizza tomorrow. We gotta
Yeah.
get at least 10 of them.
What?
Where are we gonna put them?
In the freezer?
Not 10 of them.
We just buy 3 at a time, and we eat it 3 times a week. It's actually been kind of nice.
Today's was good. Like the Hawaiian style.
Yeah,
with the
you-
season, it was pretty good.
Cause remember how people say like pineapple doesn't belong on pizza?
It.
What's your theory about that?
I don't. My theory. Here's my theory.
Philosophy.
No, I wouldn't say philosophy. I would just say that I always think of in terms of like how often do you order something? Like I would love to try alligator meat, but how often does a person go into the restaurant and say, "Hey, give me an order of alligator meat"? I would like to try deer, but how often does a person go to like the meat market and go like, "Hey, let me get some deer. Or let me get
Venison?
some let me get some elk."
Venison?
What?
That's what it's called. Venison.
The deer meat?
Yeah, it's called venison.
Or elk. I was just saying. So let's say, out of the blue, someone says, "I want to try some elephant," and so what are you gonna do? Are you gonna kill an elephant just so that you can try it?
First of all, who's eating elephant?
I don't fucking know. I'm just
What?
people eat elephants. How?
Is the elephant already dead?
How-
When
how
did they
else-
kill the elephant?
Okay,
Because if
how-
you're killing the
okay,
elephant for the
who
meat,
killed-
then I
okay,
have a problem with
Who
you.
killed the woolly mammoth? Who were killing the woolly mammoth left and right?
The
Just-
Ice Age?
Well, not only the Ice Age, but the first civilization. The first civilized
Right.
people were killing woolly mammoth for their skin to be warm,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously they were eating them, But just
But that's for
let's
population
not,
control.
Yeah, but let's not dive into that. What I'm saying is that how often do you go somewhere and want to eat something exotic, right? Okay, or game meat. How often do you go somewhere and say, "I want to eat some game meat," right? Okay, so you're gonna go to a pizzeria and say, how often does a person go to a pizzeria and says, I want a Hawaiian pizza"? How often?
Not
Okay,
often.
so because they don't go that often, it's probably because when somebody orders the Hawaiian style pizza, that pineapple
Mm-hmm.
comes out of a can, and because it comes out of a can,
That's
you're gonna taste
The
the
can.
tin. You're gonna taste the tin when you're biting onto that pizza,
Mm-hmm.
right? But in our instance, we had actual
Fresh
pineapple.
pineapple. And it was like the last slice, and you were like, "How about we chop it up and put it on the pizza?"
Right.
And actually, it turned out to be really good.
So if it's fresh, if it's fresh pineapple over the slice, you can believe me that it's gonna taste amazing.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
it's the same thing. How often? That's my question, and that you know this better than anyone. My question is always, I would love to try this, but how often does a person go there to say, I want to try Elf? elf meat. I meant to say elk and I said elf.
I'm just gonna let you. I'm just gonna let you. I'm just gonna let that happen to you.
But yeah, like we had we
Just
had
gonna let that.
uh we had Hawaiian style pizza.
And what were we doing while we're having Hawaiian
We
style
were
pizza?
watching the Wile E. Coyote
Cartoons.
episodes.
Because for the longest time, I've been trying to get Angel to watch cartoons. He's been very.
I've watched cartoons. I like to watch cartoons. It's just
I know, but we've been watching cartoons all day. Like,
yeah, but I haven't found the need to watch cartoons. Is all. Like not all the time. I don't want to watch cartoons every day.
no, I'm not saying every day, but considering it was late Friday night into Saturday morning, it's a
I
tradition.
mean, last time I saw, I'm gonna say last time I saw a cartoon was probably like 4 months ago, or no,
Major
like
Lazer?
no, 2 months ago. I feel like it was recent. Like,
Weren't you watching cartoon when I was watching Major Lazer?
yeah, but that was Major Lazer. I'm saying Akira. I was watching Akira, but that's an anime.
Okay.
And I saw Major Lazer, you know, and that was great. Um,
And you were
before
watching
that, last time I saw cartoons was maybe 2 years ago when I was watching the whole
Dragon Ball
series
Z.
of Dragon Ball Z.
But that, I guess, whatever. I
But
mean, but you were also watching Daria with me earlier this evening as well.
yeah, I was watching Daria, but that's more satire.
Yes, that's more like animation.
Even though it's still a cartoon, but it's more satire.
Yeah, but
Um,
yeah, but you know, it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. It was kind of fun to watch cartoons
hmm
because you know we're sitting in our pajamas and I'm in my onesie,
And I've been watching The Sopranos like crazy,
and you needed a
killing-
break.
killing
You want to
people
watch
left
violence,
and
but
right, violence, but not so much.
you want to
Just
watch
wanna be
violence and
relaxed
people not die.
and not pay too much attention to things at times as well. So
Yeah, so it was nice. It was actually kind of nice. I mean, I personally like I try not to. I'm trying to space out my cartoon viewership. Like I try not to watch all the cartoons at once. What I do is like I'll probably set aside like some time, like Saturday mornings to watch the cartoons, just so like just to give yourself something to look forward to throughout the week.
right.
Actually, there's only one cartoon that I would watch on YouTube, but that's because it's only available on YouTube. And
Which
I
is?
can't even track down Beverly Hills Teens. And I can't even track down a DVD now, which I'm kind of mad. I had the chance to buy it a couple of years ago, but I was like, nah, it'll still be there. And it's not there anymore. What are you looking at me
I'm
for?
not looking at
You
anything
never have seen the cartoon.
and I will not ever watch it either.
See? See?
I won't watch it.
And that's fine.
And
Just,
if you do happen to put it on like the
you
other
will
stuff,
walk out
I would get up and
and walk. I don't know. I mean,
I
like,
will get up and go to the office.
but you'll watch the Pebbles and Bam Bam show.
No, I would not.
Okay. You will watch Josie and the Pussycats.
Not really. I'll probably put my headphones on and watch something on my phone. That I can tell you. Just to spend time with you. I would suck it up. But I would still watch something on my phone.
Oh,
I would not watch
that
that.
is so sweet. I love you too, honey.
But
dear.
we were for some unknown reason, I thought it was odd though that you wanted to watch Wile E. Coyote.
I did
the
it for you
Roadrunner.
because I know it's your favorite cartoon.
Yeah, but
I
I
wanted to do something nice for you.
I do love Wile E. Coyote, but I never noticed till today
Yeah.
when he was running out when he was going after the Roadrunner
Roadrunner.
that Wile E. Coyote looks like a fucking meth head.
It took you 30 something
Like
years.
he looks like one of those skinny, like desperate dudes that are just looking for meth.
So it took you 30 years to realize this.
Yes, yes, he looks like that guy from Tiger King.
Yeah.
That like when they're asking like, so
Oh,
what's
the
the question?
long-haired guy.
Yeah, that long-haired
How
guy
many times do you think Doc's been married, or how many
Is-
wives do you
how
think
many
he has?
times does he have? He's like, I don't fucking care. That guy, he looks just like him, or and many others. And all I could think about was like, wow, I wonder if Walter White from Breaking Bad ever came in contact with Wile E. Coyote, because he looks like a fucking meth head.
Meanwhile, I'm there like watching the Wile E. Coyote cartoons, and I'm like, "Yo, what is his what's his credit
is
line
his
with
bill?
Acme?"
He has a big credit. He probably has like some
So he has like an Amex, like he has to have like maybe a
he probably
$40,000.
has some dirt on the president of the Acme. That's what it is. Cause
So he can get anything he wants.
Holy cow, he has the blueprints.
Yes.
Or did he do the blueprints?
He does
You
the
know?
blueprints.
My favorite instruction in the blueprint is like, haha.
Oh yeah, where he makes the bomb in the box with the bottle of water with a glass of water. Step one, this happens. This happens. Number five, ha ha. But you gotta admit that you gotta admit when you're watching like these cartoons as an adult, the same cartoons you used to watch as a kid, you do find that you do apply like adult sensibilities to it to the point where you're just like, huh. Like I was talking to you about how much my favorite Looney Tunes character is Granny,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, maybe Granny's kind of a dominatrix because she loves to spank people.
Maybe that's what she retired from.
Yeah, that's true. You know, because sometimes she's always like, and I'm just like, what did she used to do back in the day?
She's like the
And she has a big butt,
is
and
it the
I'm like,
Rhode Island, the main lady.
hmm?
Well, guess who learned his
Susan
lesson?
Collins. Her name is
That's
Susan
that's the
Collins.
Grammy. That's the granny from Looney Tunes. Looney
That's
Tunes
where
game.
he learned his lesson.
Yeah, I bet he learned his lesson. He'll never do it again.
And then, fast 2 months later, calamity ensues. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so yeah, like, yeah. So the thing is, I don't think we're retreating into childhood by like doing all the things we used to do, like playing video games and dolls and video. It's just that you are just going back to a simpler time, and since everything is more readily available than it used to be back in the day, it's kind of nice to revisit things as an adult.
But
Agree?
not only that, but you also want to just have something to relax to, something
Yeah.
to like the saying goes, something to fall back on,
Right.
and just say, you know what, let's just watch this and just enjoy it.
I
Let's
mean,
just sit back and enjoy it.
I agree. Like I actually do. Actually, I'm getting a kick out of like this era
Mm-hmm.
because before you know it, it's gonna be over. We're gonna have
Yeah.
to go back to our lives,
Mm-hmm.
and well, the new version, and
And it's all gonna go away.
yeah, like
It's,
we
it's
may, and they're gonna fix it so that this doesn't happen again.
it will happen again.
I know, but will it happen to this scale?
Oh, worse.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm
you
not
know,
saying it
we're
won't.
far away from the topic right now, but
Yeah.
this is gonna happen worse. And considering that this country is not prepared for a goddamn
We're
thing,
never ready.
is not prepared
We
for
never,
anything.
never.
This is gonna happen even worse.
We are never ever ready for anything. We'll just be we're ready to go. We're always ready to go into like some sort of like conflict, like a fight or a war or something. But if it's like a
But
humanitarian crisis, nope, it takes a few days.
yeah, yeah. But going back to
Jump.
so connecting this topic with the Wile E. Coyote topic, it's like,
Oh
hey,
yeah,
the virus happens, so we are, and
Wiley.
by we mean the entire globe. We are Wile E. Coyote
Coyote.
as he's like
Off
diving,
the cliff.
like he's diving off the cliff, or he's falling
Yeah,
off the cliff.
that's the thing. That's another reason I actually wanted to pull it up because like when this was first happening, sorry, when this was like first happening, and everybody was just in that state of confusion, like what the hell, where do we go? That image popped into my head. I was like, why do I feel like Wile E. Coyote? Like I haven't like he's suspended in midair, doesn't know what's gonna happen next, and it's not until he looks down that he starts to fall.
Yes.
So I don't know where I think we're still suspended in the air, and we haven't looked down just yet.
Like the hangman
Mhm.
or the puppet master. You know how the puppet master has the strings,
Yeah.
but whatever the puppet is standing on, there's an actual platform.
Mhm.
There is no platform for us.
Yeah. We're just suspended, and we don't know which
Yeah.
way. We just haven't looked down.
Mm.
No, it's just gravity hasn't hit yet.
No.
Well, gravity's hitting for some people because some people are passing on about this. It's hitting people like a ton of bricks.
Mm.
Other people are still like, yeah, this is great. It's fun. And then for everybody that's like the first line of defense, the warriors, the soldiers, all of those titles that they want to give them. We just want to tell you that we appreciate everything you do. Everybody that's doing a service, it doesn't matter if you're a if you're in the healthcare, if you're in the hospitals, if you're in like the testing sites, if you are
In the supermarket.
the supermarket, the delivery guys, I I don't know. It's like
It's just anybody, like this
everybody,
anybody, like
anybody.
anybody that's actively still working,
Working.
anybody that's in like I said, the supermarket, anybody that's is still working at a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, this is anybody. You know,
Like,
it's just
thank
it's a
you.
big help and it's a you
We
can't
wouldn't.
you
We
can't
could not do
you
this
can't
without you.
like you can't even say thank you.
Protect them.
Like I you can't even say thank you because
What do
you
you want to
can't.
do?
Yeah,
Like?
it's
What do
like
you want to
you.
do to like show your gratitude? Stay home. That's one. We're doing the huge. We're
I
doing a
mean,
huge favor.
like you can't even like I understand you saying thank you, but you can't even say thank you because it's like they're just doing whatever they can, you know, and it's a big help to us to everybody. It's
We
it's
have the
amazing work.
luxury of staying home. We have that luxury.
Yeah, and you have to applaud that. You have to applaud what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
just, I would say an applaud, but you
Well,
have to applaud what they're
every
doing.
night at 7 o'clock, you're supposed to like go to your window or at least take a moment of silence and just
Or
applaud the people.
yeah, or if you're like me,
You forget,
yeah, well you forget, but
but
when it
you
first
for a
happened,
minute.
when it first
Oh
happened,
God,
when it first happened, I
help!
thought when it
No,
first happened,
please don't tell this
I thought
story.
people were clapping. I thought people were clapping because
We hit
the
a hundred.
U.S. hit 100,000 cases, and I was like, oh, so they're happy that. Oh, great. Why don't we clap for this fucking thing? And
But then I told
then you had to
you,
correct me on that. And
yeah,
I was like, oh, okay, I'm an
yeah,
idiot.
feel better, Dick.
Who would not make that assumption? I didn't know.
Me,
Yeah, but you
everybody
knew. Yeah,
listening.
but you knew. I didn't know because I stayed away from the news. So I was like, I don't
Why
care.
didn't you just ask me?
I did. I was like, oh look. Well, I actually said it, and then you corrected me.
Yeah,
So you know for
exactly.
that.
You're supposed to. Why are they clapping? And I would have told you.
Yeah, but it's funny.
You're, you're.
What? It's funny. Now I know what it is.
I need to go to visit
'Cause-
Pedro at
now
the
I know.
marriage.
Now
Is
I
the
know what it is
marriage
because you
office
corrected me.
open?
Yeah, but now I know what it is because you corrected me.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I feel bad about it? No, because I think it's funny.
You are so morbid.
What?
I'm gonna look up this marriage office real quick. Just gonna make sure that you make sure I can't do this.
Did it even show up? What is marriage officiant?
Officiants are those
Oh,
that perform
I
the
thought.
ceremony.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you misspelled office.
Get out of my O5.
O5.
Get out of my O5.
You ruined a funny yoku.
Joke you.
Joke you. Get out of my office.
Office hours may differ.
Boobs.
Boobs. So stop tapping. Oh, it can't. Even, oh, it can't.
Wow,
Even,
the site can't even be reached.
the site can't. No sites
Even
can
the
be.
site. Even the site is in quarantine.
Ah! The site stayed home. So yeah, that's been the 505 podcast. Thank you so much. We are growing with each and every day. We are available now on Pocket Cast. We're now available on Spotify, and we're gonna be available on Apple. So tune in. Hope you're having fun. Don't forget to follow Angel on True Belated Gamer on the YouTubes, and of course you can follow me on the Chitty Chatty Bang Bang page on the Fachi book, and
And no rimming
Stay-
until this is over.
stay home if you can. If you gotta go outside, man, make it quick. Figure out where things are in the store, pick them up, and just leave. If you have to be out there, thank you. I appreciate you. If you don't have to be out there, stop just being out there. Like
If you need to get laid, try to use your hand. If you're gonna be
you have
getting
2
laid,
hands, you're good.
yeah, use your hand. If you're gonna get laid
Well, that's
with your
assuming you're
significant other,
able. That's assuming if you're able.
what do you mean?
Well, some people don't have hands.
Well, then use a piece of furniture.
No, stop.
Fuck the furniture. That's the problem. You gotta find a way to satisfy yourself. I'm sorry.
Jesus H.
If you don't have any
Christ,
hands,
help.
fuck the furniture somehow. Put your
What
dick
if you're
on the furniture and start humping it.
What if you're paralyzed from the waist down?
Oh, you got me on that one.
All right
I
then.
don't know.
Finally we can
Yeah.
shut you up about
Yeah,
something.
but like,
Love you lots,
you
miss you much.
and don't rim until everything's cleared.
Just don't rim at all.
Yes. Till tomorrow.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next episode of the 505.
All right, guys.
Room
Stay
505. Love you
safe.
lots.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Stay home. Wash your damn hands, please. And yeah,
Thanks for
bye.
listening.
Thank you for listening.